September 17th, 2024, Lebanon, Syria. 3,000 pagers received a message. All at the exact same moment. The message required user confirmation. Press the button. Hold the device close. Read the screen. Then detonation. Not one device, 3,000. Synchronized, simultaneous, across 2 countries. 3,000 explosions. In pockets, in hands, on belts. No agent triggered them. No drone overhead, no missile launched. Just a radio signal and years of invisible preparation. This is how supply chains became weapons. In 2024, everyone knows smartphones are trackers. They are monitored, hacked, and compromised by intelligence agencies daily. This is why Hezbollah leadership banned them. Their solution was simple: switch to pagers, obsolete technology, one-way communication, no internet. They believed pagers were unhackable. This assumption was the vulnerability. If you can't hack the device remotely, you compromise it at the source. They didn't just hack the systems, they hacked the supply chain itself. The entire operation was a 2-year performance staged by a company that simply did not exist. A professional corporate ghost was born, BAC Consulting, registered in Hungary, headquarters in Budapest. They created a perfect deception: a slick website, professional brochures, fake testimonials, and industry certifications. Everything looked legitimate. Everything was designed to. Post-operation investigations revealed the truth. BAC Consulting had no real employees, no active manufacturing, and no actual clients. It was a front built by Israeli intelligence, specifically for this operation. They ran it for 2 years, building credibility, waiting for the order. When Hezbollah needed new pagers, secure, reliable, uncompromised, BAC Consulting's proposal was competitive. Hezbollah vetted them, checked their registration, verified their credentials. Everything checked out. Order approved. 5,000 units. Production began. Standard components, standard assembly, except for one lethal modification, hidden in the battery compartment, invisible to standard inspection, a bomb. The engineering challenge was immense. Build an explosive device that could fit in a battery slot, remain undetectable by X-ray, stay stable for 2 years of normal use, and detonate on a radio command. The explosive chosen was PETN, penteerythritol tetranitrate, one of the most powerful conventional explosives, but highly detectable. The device used only 1 to 3 grams, precisely shaped and molded into a thin sheet. This was the critical innovation. The explosive was integrated directly into the battery casing, layered between the actual power cells. It maintained the battery's function while concealing the explosive. Under X-ray, it appeared as normal battery density. The device passed every standard screening, but a hidden explosive needs a remote trigger. The solution was elegant. A modified receiver chip was integrated into the pager's own circuitry. It was programmed to listen for a specific encrypted radio frequency, an alphanumeric code. When received, the system initiated a 2-stage process. Stage 1, display the sinister error message. Error, press button. Stage 2, build an electrical charge in a miniature capacitor. When the user pressed the button, or after 10 seconds of delay, the capacitor discharged, creating a small electrical arc that ignited the PETN. This wasn't just sabotage, this was surgical engineering. Before deployment, the system was tested extensively on ballistic gel dummies. The charge was calibrated carefully. The goal was precision, maim the user, minimize collateral casualties. The explosive was shaped to direct the blast outward from the screen, ensuring severe hand and facial injuries, but not powerful enough to kill bystanders at arm's length. Once perfected, production began. 5,000 units manufactured, each one identical, each one a weapon. The devices shipped in early 2024, passed through customs, and were distributed throughout the Hezbollah network. For months, they functioned perfectly, building absolute trust. Israeli intelligence monitored, tracking every activated device, confirming distribution. They were waiting for the right moment, the moment of maximum deployment. September 17th, 3:30 p.m. local time, the order was given. A powerful transmission facility activated, broadcasting the encrypted signal across Lebanon and Syria at the speed of light. 3,000 devices received it simultaneously. Inside each device, the chip recognized the code. The screen activated, displaying the error message. Users looked at their devices, confused, bringing them close to read the unexpected warning. This was a psychological trap. The message was designed to demand attention. The users brought the bomb to their face to investigate. Their curiosity was the fuse. Whether they pressed the button or waited the 10 seconds, it didn't matter. Detonation. Emergency services were instantly overwhelmed. Thousands of casualties arriving simultaneously. Then, 24 hours later, it happened again. Walkie-talkies, different devices, same operation, same supply chain compromise, detonated. Total casualties exceeded 3,000. Hezbollah's communication network was crippled. But the physical damage wasn't the only impact. The psychological damage was permanent. This operation changed everything, not because of the casualties, but because it proved a terrifying precedent. Any device can be weaponized. Any supply chain can be compromised. Your phone, your laptop, your smartwatch, all manufactured globally, all passing through multiple points of potential compromise. Suppliers, factories, warehouses, and now every intelligence agency knows it's possible. The blueprint exists. How do you defend against this? Traditional security screening failed. The devices passed X-rays and physical inspection. You cannot disassemble and inspect every electronic device. It is not scalable. The global economy depends on trust. Trust in manufacturers, trust in components. That trust is now broken, permanently. This is the blueprint for the next war. The enemy is no longer across the border. The weapon is already on your desk. You cannot inspect every component. You cannot verify every factory. The question is no longer who you fight, but what device you trust. This new warfare is invisible. The weapon is already in your pocket, already distributed, already activated. It's the convergence of cyber and physical warfare. Digital triggers, physical consequences. The genie is out of the bottle. This can't be undone. Future conflicts won't start with an invasion. They'll start with devices you already own, already trust, already depend on. In the age of supply chain warfare, trust is the vulnerability, and every device is suspect. Operation Grim Beeper wasn't just an attack. It was a proof of concept. It proved that global supply chains are impossible to fully secure, that nations, corporations, and individuals are all vulnerable. So here is the question. How many of your devices do you truly trust? How much do you know about where they were made, who touched them, what was added? The uncomfortable truth: you don't know, and you can't. Welcome to the future of warfare. It's already in your pocket. This operation represents the convergence of physical and cyber warfare. The battlefield is the supply chain. Subscribe so you don't miss the next stage of this war. And let us know, do you trust your devices? How do we defend against supply chain warfare?